Right guys, sorry there's probably not much of an intro. It is windy as anything, raining, and pretty grim outside. So basically on this flight, this is flight number 2 today. We're going from Vestmannaeyjar to Egilsstadir, which is on the eastern side of Iceland. So taking off from here. And IFR, the weather is pretty much on the deck throughout the whole, from the whole of Iceland. So IFR up to flight level 110, then we're going to take a ILS approach into Egilsstadir. So just going to power the aircraft up, speak to ATC, and we can get on out of here.
I've actually delayed the flyby now because Egilsstadir was in fog. So it's just lifted a little bit, but it is patchy at the moment. So we can probably have a quick look at the actual weather. I've got a bit of time. So that will be the old METAR, so you can see what it was, 600 metres in fog. It's now gone up to 4 kilometres of fog within the area, so it's definitely an ILS on the way in. And on the way over, probably expecting, hopefully at 110 we'll be in between layers of cloud, and I chose that level because if we're at least in between cloud, there's not a huge amount of icing, but we've just got to play that one by ear, really. Okay, that's all looking good. Right, lights, taxi light can go on, Peter heats can now go on, fuel pumps 1 and 2 can go on, plasma inlet approach, parking brake can come off, heaters will definitely remain on, throttle's closed, cross speed closed, trimmer set for takeoff, and auxiliary tanks aren't transferring, the full and free. Now we can call ready for taxi. And November 40 Lima Romeo ready for taxi.
November 40 Lima Romeo, Vestmannaeyjar flugradio.
Sorry, say again, 40 Lima Romeo?
Ready to go to...
Hey firm, yep, we are ready to go, and we can take runway 12 if the wind's favouring that.
Yes, Lima record line up runway 12. Wind is now 110 degrees at 20 knots. QNH is -6, and no traffic on runway 12.
Okay, all copied. Line up 12, QNH 976, November 40 Lima Romeo. Right, clear to line up. So the wind certainly picked up a bit. Holding point, all clear right. Should be a pretty cool takeoff this.
What's your flying time to Egilsstadir?
Hey firm, that's the flight plan Bravo India Echo Golf.
How long are you going to be on the way?
Sorry, say again.
Flight plan is in Reykjavik or somewhere, I am not sure. So the time you are going to fly, how long?
Yeah, the time we're going to fly is 1 hour and 20 minutes, November 40 Lima Romeo.
1 hour, 20 minutes.
Let's make sure no traffic on the left and on the right. So it'd be interesting to see what happens after departure here, whether he's going to be able to activate our flight plan and whether we're going to have to speak to Reykjavik, but it's just going to have to be one of those things that we deal with in the air. What I'll do is I'll make full use of the autopilot. November 40 Lima Romeo ready for departure.
Romeo, wind is now 110 degrees at 20 knots, and QNH is -6, and no traffic on runway 12.
Okay, all copied, 976 and taking off runway 12 November 40 Lima Romeo. Right, all copied, everything's secure, all looking good, happy with everything's inside, landing light goes on, and take off. So 100% on both, all looking good, and rolling. So expecting to be windy. Airspeeds are large, T's and P's are all good. Rotating at 76. There. Okay, gears coming up, just building airspeed first. There you go, a few bumps there. Engine knots will do quite nicely.
November 42, Lima Records, airborne at 32, and give me a call 10 miles out.
Okay, all copied, 42 Romeo. Yep, airborne. Landing light comes off, taxi light comes off, flaps up, fuel pumps come off, everything else looks normal. Go back to max con at 91. Alternate air can come open. What I'll do is I'll just a little bit east first, so we don't go too near the high ground as we haven't got a clearance of Reykjavik yet. Well, that's a nice short sweet visit. What an amazing place. Degrees I'm seeing. November 42 Lima Romeo, we are 5 miles east of 3,000 feet. Can we change en route to ask for higher?
Change over to 119.7 and talk to them and they give you more information.
Okay, 119.7. Thanks, good day, November 42 Lima Romeo.
Bye bye.
So we're back to 75 initially. So, yeah, Reykjavik again. Reykjavik control, good afternoon, November 42 Lima Romeo.
Number 42 Lima Romeo, Reykjavik control, good afternoon, identified. Are you looking for a IFR clearance to Egilsstadir Airport?
Hey Ben, we're looking for IFR clearance, there's a flight plan in the system at 133 Zulu, November 42 Lima Romeo.
Number 42 Lima Roger, I have your clearance when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy, November 42 Lima Romeo.
42 Lima Romeo clearance to Egilsstadir Airport is via direct Rusi, Bravo Romeo Uniform Sierra India, maintain flight level 110 and to squawk 2327.
Cleared to Bravo India Echo Golf by Brucey, climbing flight level 110, squawking 2327, November 42 Lima Romeo.
42 Lima Romeo, read that correct.
There you go, nav can go in, flight level change. Let's go climbing. Brucey, which is good, which is the start of the star. Again, not a bad day up there. Yeah, it's a shame, couldn't really see the bit of Iceland I wanted to see, but it's an excuse to come back and do it again. Get the weather radar one now, it's departed, so radar goes on to mode weather. I'll set it up properly once it wakes up. Probably put trying for about 3 degrees nose until to start with. So it's kind of interesting, that airport, really nice, didn't even charge me a landing fee. Really happy to sort of see some traffic. They had nothing planned for today, and but it's kind of interesting. It's maybe the sort of local procedures of how they deal with things around here, but I'm not a local expert by any means, so it's yeah, it's just sort of interesting how the flight plan system works. There was a flight plan in the system which Reykjavik have given the clearance for, but maybe he didn't have access with the same system. Maybe, you know, he was sort of wanting one direct with him, so not entirely sure, but it all seems to work now, and we're en route. So yeah, it's expected to take about 1 hour 20 or so, and what I'll probably do is turn the cameras on in the cruise or on the approach, one of the two. So I'll say goodbye for now. Well guys, I've no idea if you can hear me. The seems like the microphone on this one's not picking up anything. So yeah, we're going to take the ILS in. We're just approaching Brucey. We'll take it to descent base shortly to 4,800 feet and do the approach. The weather's right down to minimas, so commentary will probably be to minima. So it's a minimum, should I say, because I'll be concentrating on what I'm actually doing with it being overcast at 300 feet, and we'll take it all from there. So expecting a right turn in yeah, about 30 seconds or so. Yeah, up to 105, there you go. What we'll do when we get around the corner, we'll activate the approach and direct to Eagle.
Iceland 451, contact approach 93. 93, Iceland 451. IC307, request direct taxi.
Weather radar, any more sim map options? Weather radar, go off.
IC307, clear direct taxi.
Yeah, that one makes sense. And what we can do is go VNAV direct, activate, and vertical nav. There we go, we can go down 4,800 feet. That's November 42 Lima Romeo descending 4,800 feet, Eagle.
42 Lima Romeo, Reykjavik, roger.
Okay, so not transferring any fuel, so tax light goes on, Peter heat's on. Turbo flaps remain up for the time being, alternate air is open, cross speeds are all closed. That is just gear and flaps today. Just keeping an eye out for icing. So Eagle, then 3,700 feet, 5 miles to do so. And then something's going to be about 110 knots, 120 knots via Eagle, and then left turn in 3,700 feet to the top of the drop at the Victor Alpha NDB. Yep, icing definitely needs to come back up. Ventures approach, just going to recap, climb straight ahead to 1.4D, then a left turn back to the a left turn on 004 from the locator, passing 1,600, and select turn, climbing back to Victor Alpha 5,100. I suspect we'll climb all the way up to 120 and head back to Reykjavik.
November 42 Lima Romeo, no contact. Egilsstadir information on 119.4.
Egilsstadir information 1194, good day, 40 Lima Romeo. Egilsstadir information, November 40 Lima Romeo, with you descending 4,800 feet Egil for the ILS 03.
November 42 Lima Romeo, Egilsstadir, good afternoon, runway 03 in use, surface condition code 555, wind 010 degrees at 8 knots, visibility is more than 10 kilometers, but to the east and to the southeast the visibility is more like 4 kilometers. We have light rain and mist and clouds scattered at 300 feet. Broken at 2,500 feet and overcast at between 3 and 4,000. Temperature 6 degrees, QNH 983. Go ahead.
Okay, all copied, 03 with QNH 983, 40 Lima Romeo. So starting from 16 mile final.
November Lima Romeo, Egilsstadir, what are your intentions? Are you refueling at Egilsstadir?
We'd like to stay the night, and then tomorrow we're planning to go back to the United Kingdom.
Okay, and are you refueling today then?
Yeah, I'll refuel tomorrow morning, November 40 Lima Romeo.
Okay.
Okay, 1,000 to go. All looking good. So far for icing, we're looking good. Get the windshield up a little. I might just VS it now, just go down a little bit quicker, 600 feet per minute. Just as it's going to cut the corner. Okay, expecting your left turn on to 034. 034 we've got. Next event, 11 miles. Final approach track 034. Okay, approach arms, that's all looking good. Down to 3,700. Best approach altitude, 5,300. Icing wise, we're looking good. That's November 40 Lima Romeo, localised established 15 miles.
November Lima Romeo, Egilsstadir, roger.
Icing wise, we're looking good. Temperature -1. That's 100 feet to go. And half scale. Coming in there, gear and approach flap. Expect your rate descent of 550. 3 greens, approach flap we have. Glasgow captured. And green. Okay, all looking good. Decent visibility off to the west. So, what's that, 9? Speed back a little bit, 30%, see what that does. Wow, you can see the high terrain off to the east. Okay, 8 miles, yeah, so Glasgow's looking reasonable, happy with that. 500 knots, all looking good, stable. He hasn't given us landing clearance. Not quite sure what they do with landing clearance out here because it is an AFIS, but I'll give him a call 4 miles and see what he says. So, icing system we don't need anymore. Yeah, so that's just a localised cloud of fog I think he was talking about. So it'd be interesting if we do go around, whether we just try and assess the airport as when it's completely fogged out, potentially hold off VMC, and if not, we'll go back to Reykjavik. We've got a fair amount of fuel on board, so. So he said wind was 010, so interestingly the wind's going to swing around because we've got an easterly wind component at the moment, so just expecting again, typical Iceland theme going on here, a little bit of wind shear at the bottom. November 40 Lima Romeo 4 miles.
Roger, wind 020 degrees at 7 knots, QNH 983, no traffic on runway 03, and there are probably some low clouds in front of you that you will have to pass through at 300 feet or so.
Okay, all copied, visual lights and landing 03, November 40 Lima Romeo. It's 1,000 feet to go.
Two-mile final runway 03.
$500 feet to go. Visual lights. Okay, autopilot can come out.
$500.
Give it a flight of axis. Full flap. Alternate set goes in. And speaker back to 90. Dip below the glide and go for the pressure on that.
Minimums.
Rounding out. Right runway, so a bit of a lower flare. And we're down. There you go. Landing off. Pitot off. Flaps up. Fuel pumps off.
November Lima Romeo Egilsstadir, landing time 1451 and taxi to apron. You may park at stand number 4 at the south end of the apron.
Okay, taxi to the apron and stand 4 at the south of the apron, 40 Lima Romeo. Not exactly much of an airfield chart here, so yeah.
November Lima Romeo Egilsstadir, when do you estimate to leave in the morning?
I haven't quite got that far yet, but potentially 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll speak to the FBO when I get inside.
Okay, your handling agent, Jet Center, they won't be here until 10:15 in the morning.
Okay, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm quite flexible on timings.
Okay.
And November 40 Lima Romeo, stand 4 facing north, is that best?
That's okay with me.
Thanks. There you go. Well, that was a pretty cool flight actually. I wasn't sure I was going to get in, but yeah, it just seemed very localised weather, so a bit of a learning point for me. So I've no idea if you guys are going to hear it because it looks like the GoPro is not recording. It'd be a shame if it's not, but I'll try and make the best of the footage. But yeah, until next time. Thanks. Bye bye.